my channel. I'm Neelam Punjabi, and as the title must have already told you guys that I'm gonna pretend to be in a Vogue beauty secrets video. I have watched so many of these videos online by so many international creators, and I just thought, why not do one myself? So yeah, let's just get started with today's video. Now, most of these videos are usually shot in a bathroom setup. Now, my bathroom is really tiny and congested and not as aesthetic. So we're just gonna pretend that this right here is my bathroom setup. So I have already cleansed my face using the Derma Vive Hydra Cleanser. This is really good for sensitive skin and it works really well for my skin as well. And the next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use some aloe vera gel. This is like my very old aloe vera gel. Like, I've been using this for, I want to say, 2 years at this point. It's from this brand called Lever Ayush, and again, aloe vera gel is something that works for all skin types, and especially if you have like acne prone skin, it's really good for you, and I cannot do without using my aloe vera gel. The next step is moisturizer, and I have been using the Nutriderm moisturizing lotion. This works really well again for all skin types. I have been using the face wash and this moisturizer, I want to say, for 2 weeks at this point. Both of them are working really good for me. So yeah, I just like to lather a lot of moisturizer on my face, and this is so lightweight, it doesn't look greasy or oily, and yeah, just a very good moisturizer. Next, I like to use my primer. This is the Wet n Wild primer. It's actually a primer serum and it's super hydrating. I just like to take a few drops of this and rub it all over my face. I think primers are really important. Earlier, when I started wearing makeup, like I want to say 6-7 years ago, I never really wore primer. I never really understood the purpose of wearing a primer, but now that I have started wearing it, I can see what difference it makes. And yeah, there's so many different primers available in the market for different skin problems. You can pick and choose accordingly. Okay, so the last skincare product that I like to use is a strobe cream. This one is from MAC, but if you need like a cheaper version of this, then you can use the Color Bar Illuminating Lotion. They're both pretty much the same thing, and the price difference is huge, of course. But yeah, in today's video, I'm going to use the MAC Strobe Cream. Even though I have like an oily skin type, I never shy away from using strobe creams or hydrating primers, because I feel like oil and hydration are two different things. Your skin can be oily but not well hydrated. Even if you have oily skin type, please do not shy away from wearing your moisturizer, your serum and all of those things. And yeah, that is all that I do to prep my skin, and we're gonna dive right into makeup. So the first step I like to do is I like to color correct, and I'm gonna use this Eligor Pro concealer in the shade Peach. This is more like a corrector. As you can tell, I have a few acne scars going on and a few blemishes here and there, so I like to cover them up. Now, I am not very particular about covering everything. I just like to get rid of the redness, and I pretty much don't mind my acne scars or blemishes peeping through. I just don't like the redness. Just gonna take my beauty blender. You can even use your fingers to blend this out, but for me, beauty blenders work the best. And you also need to make sure that you're blending the concealer in its place and you're not dragging the product. For my base, next I am going to use this concealer from Too Faced. It's their Born This Way concealer. I absolutely love this concealer, and even though it's like a full coverage concealer, it's so lightweight, doesn't make you feel cakey or anything. Usually at this step I would use a foundation, but because I want to keep this look really lightweight, and plus on days when I'm not doing too much, or if I just want like a light makeup, I don't like to use foundation. I like to skip foundation and jump straight onto concealer. Okay, so this concealer is almost very close to my skin tone, so if you have a highlighting concealer, then that wouldn't work. If you want to skip your foundation, only if you have a concealer that matches your skin tone almost perfectly, you can go ahead and use it at this step. The concealer, of course, you can go ahead and drag it because you're not going to be using anything else. I'm gonna zoom you all a little bit in so you can see what it looks like on my face. So this is what my base looks like. Like you can see, it looks really natural. It looks almost like skin, and yeah, I just absolutely love this concealer. If you have an oily skin type like I do, it's very important that you set your face, and I like to use a loose powder for that. This is the K Beauty loose powder. Ever since I started using this loose powder, I just cannot stop using it. Like honestly, just cannot. I usually like to set only my T-zone because that's where I get super oily, but today I am going to be setting my entire face with this loose powder because it's super hot and I need my makeup to last for a long time. I'm done setting my entire face, and I set everything except my cheek area, and I'll tell you why. I'm gonna use a tint. Now this is a very great hack. If you need your blush to last super long, you need to use a cream blush or a tint first and then top it off with a powder blush. That way your blush is gonna last pretty much for a long time. And I also think that blush is one of the products that goes away from your face the first. So I'm gonna use this Benetint. It's my holy grail tint. I love it so much. Look at that. It just looks like my face is glowing from within, and I'm blushing like naturally. It doesn't look like I'm wearing any product. Okay, moving on to set the blush or to set the tint. I'm gonna use this powder blush from Color Bar. Like you can tell, I've already hit pan on this. I actually broke the product some time back, but I fixed it using my makeup fixer. I like to apply my blush on my nose as well as on my chin. Moving on to my bronzer next, I am going to use the Wet n Wild Mega Glow Contouring Palette, and I'm going to use the bronzer side of this. As you can tell, I have almost hit pan on this. For my highlighter, usually I like to keep it subtle on like an everyday basis. So what I like to do is I like to use the stroke cream again instead of using a powder highlighter, because I just feel that just looks a little harsh in your day-to-day life. So I'm just going to take my stroke cream again and just apply it on my high points this time. Do you see, it just adds a very natural sheen to your face, and that is what I love. And we're gonna move on to our brows next, and for that I like to use this L'Oreal brow kit. It's my absolute favorite. It comes with a powder side and a wax side, and it also comes with this tiny brush. I don't like to use the brush in this because it's way too tiny for me. We're done for the brows. Moving on to the eyes next. Now a lot of people like to use their bronzer on their eyes. Well, you can definitely go ahead and do that, but what I'm gonna do is I am gonna take this Swiss Beauty eyeshadow palette. This is my current favorite eyeshadow palette. I'm gonna be picking up this shade right here. It's a very beautiful brown eyeshadow, and I'm gonna put it all over my eyelids. And then from the same palette, I'm actually gonna pick up this really dark brown, like a chocolatey shade, on an angular brush. Just sort of create a fake winged eyeliner. Just gonna create that on the outer half, And then I'm again gonna take the same brush with which I applied the brown shade and just sort of blend it out slightly. I'm gonna do this onto this eye and get back. The look has turned out really good. I am just gonna curl my lashes. I am using the Falsies Lash Lift Mascara from Maybelline. It's my current favorite mascara. The only thing is that it's a little bit of a pain in the ass to get rid of because it's a waterproof mascara. So I'm not going to be doing anything for my lower lashes, not even going to wear my mascara there, because I just like to keep my lower lash line nice and clean. That's how I like it. I'm going to go ahead and add some powder highlighter in my inner corners, because you can totally skip this step honestly. The next step, which is I think the second last step, I'm gonna set everything in place using the NYX matte finish setting spray. If you're doing so much mehnat to put on makeup, you also want to make sure that it lasts a long time, otherwise what's the point? And finally, for my lipstick, I'm going to use a nude lip. I'm a nude lip lover, but with this eye look you can actually go ahead and wear pretty much any lip shade. I'm going to use the Physicians Formula liquid lipstick. This is in the shade All Natural Nude. And that's it, we are done. That's the makeup look I achieved. This was really quick, really easy. I really hope you guys enjoyed some tips and tricks here and there that I gave you guys in today's video, and somehow loved doing this whole thing, like pretending to be in a Vogue video. It was my jam. I really loved talking through the products, talking through the makeup, and telling you guys whatever I did. And yes, I will see you guys super soon in my next video. Till then, bye bye, take care.